It's game day 2 for GB Women here on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with McDonald's, and today they play DPR Korea. The two sides met last year in Korea at the Olympic Test event, the World Championship there. GB lost in overtime, so they've certainly got a score to settle with DPR Korea here this afternoon. A perfect start for GB yesterday against Australia. They didn't have it all their own way in the first two periods, but they went on to win by 5-1. Two more goals for Angela Taylor, two for captain Leanne Ganny, and Beth Hill got her first GB goal. DPR Korea were beaten 5-2 by the number one seed in the tournament, Netherlands. Big match in prospect. This is what happened. And Korea, though, will come forward now into the offensive zone with Kim Kyoi-rim. But Britain with Ganny get it away. Ganny on her backhand gets it into the offensive zone in the end. Herbert might come away from a marker. Netminder goes down and makes a save. Does she know it's gone in? And Great Britain have scored. And I think it's Leanne Ganny who gets the final touch. The netminder came out to make the save. She couldn't gather it. The puck fell loose. And it is Leanne Ganny with her third goal of the tournament. It is Great Britain 1, North Korea 0, with 2:17 to go in the first period. We will see the face-off eventually taken, and Great Britain win it. Saffron Allen, it's loose in front of the net for a moment. Saffron Allen has a chance. In the end, it's Katie Henry who has the shot away, and that GB line creating chances. It comes to Taylor in the circle. Taylor shoots, and Taylor scores. It's Taylor's third goal of the tournament. And once again, she has a bullet of a shot. Korea coughed up the puck, and Taylor pounced. It's GB 2, North Korea 0. North Korea skate into the offensive, going at speed on the backhand. It's loose for a moment, and North Korea have scored. It was a scrappy goal, but I think it is Kim Yo-hang who has scored for North Korea. Into the offensive zone comes Farman. Farman for Katie Henry. Henry for Lane. Lane goes towards the net. It's loose for a moment, and Great Britain do score. And it is Georgina Farman who mops up the rebounds, and GB lead by 3-1. Joined by the head coaches Cheryl Smith and James Ashton. I think you were always in control of that game for most of the game, Cheryl. But Korea, they're one of those teams that they just never give in, don't they? So they did make life hard for you.
Yeah, they don't give in and they don't allow us to play. So today we got the job done, we got the win. I think we would both say with our plan B. And it's good if you can go out and play hockey against teams like Korea and get the win, knowing you've played plan B, plan C, it's exciting for the rest of the tournament.
Cheryl mentions plan B. I noticed the line's got a bit moved around. Was that part of plan B?
Yes, and the other thing is, what's important for us is we want to play everybody, because everybody's here and they've got something to contribute. And we know when players are getting a little bit tired or when the game's changing and it's getting chippy. So we have to adapt the lines that we have so that we can change the way the shifts are played. And it worked and it paid off. So it was quite good.
At these tournaments, you look to your big game players and your experienced players, and Angela Taylor with her third goal of the tournament, Leanne Ganny as well, that those big players are providing for you at the moment.
Yeah, they are, but that's one of the reasons they're in the squad. They know it, we know it, and they're producing the goods. So as long as the players are servicing those players, they're going to put the puck in the back of the net. Yeah, it's all good.
You could see the confidence almost built up from the 5-1 win over Australia, James. Obviously, that was a third period blast, but they looked a more confident team perhaps than they did in the first couple of periods against Australia the previous day.
They've started to play more as units. So we had other training sessions, and we've trained every morning as well. So we've took our pre-game skates, and we've tried not to change the lines for them. So all of our pre-game skates, we work on units as well. So especially our power play as well. So we've worked quite a lot on that, and it's quite good because they even have their own ideas and they want to try things out as well, which is really good to see.
What happens now, Cheryl? They call it rest day at a tournament, but it's not rest day for anyone. What happens now? Do you guys have to really get ready for another practice with the third game in mind on Tuesday?
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a rest day for the players than it is for us. Tomorrow is going to be as busy day as a game day. So yeah, the players are going to be resting, well-needed rest that they require. We'll try and do some activities. We've got a few video sessions that we need to run through for Mexico, which is our next game.
How important is it to kind of keep the fitness levels up, James? Because 5 games in 7 days is very intense.
It is, and we've done a lot of work on it back home as well. And it's not just about the 60 minutes when you play a game. There's a lot of work done behind the scenes, keeping them fit, making sure they've got any injuries are seen to. Like all of the food, there's been a lot of work done back home with suppliers who've supported us, and it all pays dividends because when you come to these tournaments, the players have to look after the bodies. We just tell them what we want them to do on the ice, but they have to look after the bodies and make sure that they're ready. So it's important.
Joined by player of the game, Lauren Summers. Congratulations, Lauren. It was a good team performance, and now 2 wins out of 2. How do you feel today went?
Yeah, brilliant. We're all so happy to get that win under our belt. We obviously lost to them last year, so to now be 2 out of 2, we're in a really strong position. We just got to keep going from here.
It was a different game to Australia the previous night because you seemed to grow in confidence as the game went on there. You got those 5 goals in the third period. But from the off today, you seemed a very busy and confident side.
Yeah, I think we've started to gel a lot more and trust in one another and not try and overcompensate for other people's jobs and just trust that they're going to be there. We all worked really hard. Everyone back-checked. We just tried to be the first to the puck all the time, and they were so fast that we just had to just give everything, really.
How hard does that make it? Because some teams play physical, some teams rely on their speed. How hard is it to play a team with a lot of speed?
Well, they had a lot of speed, but they'd also forecheck 2, sometimes 3 players at once, so it did give us the options. If we just reversed the puck and went up the other side, it was giving us space. So although it was difficult to be first to the puck all the time, when we thought about it and calmed down, we made some really nice plays. You
mentioned that everyone gave their all, everyone back-checked, but as well, lots of girls were throwing themselves in front of pucks, which was great to see.
Yeah, that's all about the passion. You've got to block the shots. You've just got to make sure that you do everything you can to stop them scoring those goals.
In previous years in tournaments, Great Britain have maybe made slow starts and then had to kind of build up. That's perhaps what happened in Korea to get you that bronze medal. So how good is it to be in a position where you're still in control of your own destiny?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think sometimes the way the games fall and who you're playing when can be detrimental to you or it can be a bonus. So I think maybe because we've had a hard game early on, it's helped us, and now we're going to grow in confidence and just keep going.
And we call it a rest day, but you will train. But is it important as a player just to kind of get that rest as we head to the middle of the tournament?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a team activity as well, which we're not sure what it is yet, but hopefully we can all bond a little bit more, get together and just relax. And obviously we've got training, but we can work on those things that we were doing wrong. So yeah, it's really, really important to get that rest day in.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.